Today we're taking a look at these four NBA matches: Oklahoma City Thunder vs Philadelphia 76ers, Detroit Pistons vs Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards vs San Antonio Spurs, and Orlando Magic vs Los Angeles Lakers, which are happening on Monday, April 26, 2021. And giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. So I am going to start off by talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder vs Philadelphia 76ers match. The Thunder's losing skid ballooned to 12 games after they fell at home to the surging Washington Wizards Friday night, as they allowed the road team to pull away in the second half en route to their 20-point defeat, their 40th loss of the year. The defense, despite forcing 20 turnovers, gave up 129 points to the Thunder on over 50% shooting from the field as well as from long range, while Oklahoma City ended the contest at just 42% along with a dismal 30% from deep. Darius Bazley and Theo Maledon led the way with 20 each, while Lujon Stewart along with Isaiah Roby finished with 18 points as they each came 2 boards shy of a double-double. They ended a 2-game win streak versus the spread as they failed to cover as 9-point dogs and are just 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games. The 76ers are now feeling the sting of injury as they drop their 4th straight game after being taken out for the 2nd straight time on the road by the Milwaukee Bucks in the finale of a 2-game set Saturday night. Philadelphia could not recover from a slow start early and were destroyed in the second half, being outscored by an 82-54 margin en route to their 21st loss of 2020-21. In all, the team posted just 94 points on 38% shooting, 23% from three-point range, as Seth Curry was the only starter in double digits with 13 on 5-11 shooting. The remaining starters finished a combined 8-24 FG along with 3-12 3FA, as they were not able to cover as 8.5-point dogs, 361 ATS, in last 10 outings. The Thunder have been the doormats of the league for a while now, as they've lost 16 of their past 17 games, and their confidence took another hit in their 20-point loss to the Wizards on Friday. The 76ers haven't been anywhere near their best lately, and they've been dealing with injuries to key players, as Ben Simmons has been ruled out again due to an illness, while Joel Embiid is listed as questionable for this one. My first betting advice for that match is to pick Philadelphia minus 10.5. The Thunder are 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games against a team with a winning record, and 3-10 ATS in their last 13 games overall. The 76ers are 6-2 ATS in their last 8 games against a team with a losing record, 0-5-1 ATS in their last 6 home games, and 0-5-1 ATS in their last 6 games overall. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 219. Now I'm going to be talking about the Detroit Pistons vs Atlanta Hawks match. The Atlanta Hawks are on the road as they travel to face the Detroit Pistons Monday night. Atlanta was at home Sunday night as they hosted Milwaukee in a battle of Eastern Conference division leaders, earning a 111-104 victory. The Hawks dropped the Heat 118-103 at home Friday night in their previous contest. Detroit was upended 115-109 on the road Saturday night in their most recent action. In the all-time regular season series, the Pistons own a 222-212 edge in the all-time regular season series, but the Hawks have taken both matchups this season. Atlanta was in action at home on Sunday night, so this marks the second game of a back-to-back situation and their third game in 4 nights. The Hawks entered Sunday leading the Southeast Division by 1.5 games over the Heat. In the Eastern Conference playoff picture, the team held the 5th seed, but they were just 1.5 games ahead of 7th-seeded Miami for a guaranteed playoff spot. Atlanta is 4-7 in the second game of back-to-back situations on the year. Detroit lost their 3rd straight and their 7th in the last 9 games as they were dumped on the road by Indiana Saturday night. The Pistons entered Sunday in the basement of the Central Division standings, 20 games behind the Bucks for the top spot. In the Eastern Conference playoff picture, the team was last, 9 games behind the Wizards for the final playoff spot in the expanded field. Against Indiana, Detroit trailed by 10 after the opening quarter, led by 3 at the half, trailed by 2 after 3 quarters, and led by 4:41 to play before hitting a rough stretch at the worst time. The Pistons gave up a 12-0 run over the next 159 to trail 109-101 and couldn't get closer than 4 the rest of the way. The Hawks are dealing with some serious injury woes as well, which could take a toll on the team as they're dealing with the fatigue factor as well. Detroit has had their struggles this season, but they tend to hang in games. We saw them hold the lead with under 5 minutes to play at Indiana before falling apart in one key 2-minute stretch that turned the game around. Playing at home with a day of rest in their pocket should work for the Pistons. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Detroit Pistons +3. The Hawks are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 road games and 11-1 ATS in their last 12 games against a team with a losing record. The Pistons are 3-1 ATS in their last 5 home games and 7-1 ATS in their last 10 games following a loss. The Detroit Pistons have been in a serious slump as they've lost 7 of their past 9 games, and they will be hoping to avoid a 4th straight loss after falling short against the Pacers in a 115-109 road loss on Saturday. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now I'm going to be talking about the Washington Wizards versus San Antonio Spurs match. The Washington Wizards are playing as well as anyone in the NBA. They will look to extend their winning ways Monday when they host the San Antonio Spurs. The Wizards have moved into 10th place in the Eastern Conference at 27-33, which puts them in the play-in tournament. The Spurs are 30th, 29th, and 9th in the Western Conference. The Spurs beat the Wizards 121-101 in their only other meeting this season on January 24th. The Spurs are 2-point favorites, but the Wizards are a different team right now. The Spurs won their second straight game Saturday, beating the Pelicans 110-108. The win improved their record to 30-29. They are only a half game behind 8th place Memphis in the Western Conference. The Spurs didn't shoot great in their win over the Pelicans, but they made their foul shots, and that was the difference. They made 27 of 32 from the stripe while the Pelicans only made 17 of 32 free throws. The Wizards are playing the second night of a back-to-back. On Sunday night they took on the Cleveland Cavaliers and recorded their 8th straight win, defeating the Cavs 119-110. They were losing throughout but made a push in the 4th quarter to come away with the win. The Washington Wizards are playing fantastic basketball right now, but the Spurs have been playing pretty well themselves. This is a spot where the Wizards are vulnerable, however, playing the second night of a back-to-back. The Wizards are home at least, which helps, but they have not been great against the spread at home this season. The Spurs, on the other hand, have been excellent against the spread away from home, winning 6 of their last 7 against the spread on the road. My first betting advice for that game is to pick prediction San Antonio. The Spurs are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record, 6-1 ATS in their last 7 road games, and 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games overall. The Wizards are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 home games, 25-9 ATS in their last 34 games playing on 0 days rest, and 7-1 ATS in their last 8 games overall. The Washington Wizards have been in season best form as they've won 10 of their past 11 games, and they will be gunning for a 9th straight win after taking down the Cavaliers in a 119-110 home win last night. Bradley Beal led the team with 33 points on 13 of 24 shooting. Russell Westbrook added 14 points with 11 assists, while Robin Lopez chipped in with 14 points on 5 of 5 shooting off the bench. As a team, the Wizards shot 48% from the field and 12 of 31 from the three-point line as they looked to be in trouble after trailing by as many as 8 points in the second half before taking over in the 4th quarter, where they outscored the Cavaliers by 32-17. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now I'm going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus Orlando Magic match. The The Lakers are looking to return to the win column after 2 consecutive defeats to the Mavericks. The Magic were dealt yet another blowout loss by the Pacers on Sunday night. The Los Angeles Lakers begin a short Eastern Conference road trip on Monday, starting in Florida, where they'll take on the Orlando Magic at the Amway Center. Los Angeles is coming off a 108-93 loss to the Dallas Mavericks, while Orlando lost their most recent game, 131-112 to the Indiana Pacers. The Lakers star power forward/center Anthony Davis finally returned to play last Thursday, albeit for 17 minutes of action, although it didn't amount to anything in the win column, as they still lost to Dallas not once, but twice, on Thursday and then again on Saturday night. While the return of Davis is a positive sign for the Lakers moving forward, there hasn't been much to be excited about in Lakerland lately. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak and sit in 5th place in the Western Conference at 35-25, only a game and a half above 6th place Dallas. The issue here is that if the Lakers drop down to the 7th spot, they'll be relegated to the play-in game come playoff time. It's as if they can't even buy a win, as they've now lost 11 of their last 12 games, including a current 5-game losing streak in which their average loss has been by 19 points. At 18-42, Orlando is only a half a game in front of the Detroit Pistons for the absolute bottom of the Eastern Conference. In all fairness, the Magic have been ravaged by injuries, with cornerstones like Markelle Fultz and Jonathan Isaac already out for the season, and now their best veteran Terrence Ross is on the sidelines with a sore back and is questionable for Monday night's game. The Magic haven't even been close recently, as 6 out of their last 7 losses occurred by 11 or more points. It also doesn't help they are playing their second clash in as many nights after losing 131-112 last night. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Lakers minus 9.5. The Lakers are 7-2 ATS in their last 9 games against a team with a losing record, and 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games overall. The Magic are 0-5 ATS in their last 5 home games, 9-4 ATS in their last 13 games against a team with a winning record, and 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games overall. The Orlando Magic have been ice cold lately, as they've lost 11 of their past 12 games, and they will be hoping to avoid a 6th straight defeat after getting routed by the Pacers in a 131-112 home loss last night. Dwayne Bacon led the team with 20 points, Mo Bamba added 17 points off the bench, while Cole Anthony and RJ Hampton each scored 14 points. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 212.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.